Okay, my feed got interrupted again. I mean, it's happening. Something's interrupting my feed, and we supposedly have 5G. So why does that happen? Because this never happened, but now it's happening. Hmm. Anyway, we are um, our interference, which was so unnecessary, um, has caused this planet to shift out of control. That's why the weather and everything is, where the seasons are off. Everybody will admit that the seasons are off. There's a disturbance in the seasons. There's a disturbance with the animals, the fauna, and the flora. Because of the interference. With all these so-called high-tech um, devices, and with people wanting to be above everybody. How about that? They want to be above everything, and most of them, these so-called self-proclaimed scientists, are so frustrated with themselves because they figure, why am I not getting the kind of attention from women that I expected? I created this. I solved that. I did this. I did that. But yet they're ignored. I mean, people do give them medals now. They do give them medals and let them know that they're appreciated, but that's not enough for them. They want women flocking to them and wanting to, sleep with them. And nope, nope, it's not happening because they find them gross and disgusting. They do. And I look, that would be so painful to me to hear that from people, to know that I'm gross, grotesque, and only and I'm sure from past lives, we've all have not been Adonises, much to look at, getting all that kind of attention. But, you know, that's not even what it's about, but that's what we made it about. How about that? It's about always appearance, the physical. We were supposed to be working on the consciousness. I point there because, the energy of the consciousness is there. Okay. We were supposed to be working on our consciousness. The planet should not have been a factor at all. I mean, it was already provided here. It was here for 20 trillions of years. So the fauna, the animals, trees and plants and animals and insects, they all knew what to do. They knew what their instructions were. They've been doing it for trillions of years. We were to come in as human beings. Our instructions were to take care of the planet while working on our consciousness, understanding why that apple fell from that tree, and just getting some understanding on that. How did this working on the electrical elements, and how does that work? Sitting down with each other and just contemplating, talking about philosophy and theories and opinions, and what does this mean? What does that mean? What is up with this behavior? Each time, over the course of time, expanding on that and making corrections where necessary. What does this fossil mean? I remember political, because when people were going into, course studies, I said it usually was psychiatry, philosophy. I remember at one point it was political science too, and now it's marketing. So I mean, that's a cause and effect as well. You know, that's a cause and effect, and that should point out to you. And don't get offended. Marketing is about self. It's about an individual only. An individual's success. It's not about anything else. And stop it. But I'm not gonna go there. I'll leave it alone. I'm sure most people wish I would leave a lot of things alone. Ha ha, baby. So I've been contemplating a lot and thinking about this situation about abortion. That's probably why I got interfered. My feed got interfered with just now. And I'm thinking, and I'm trying to figure. I'm contemplating the pros and the cons of it on both sides, and wondering what the hell are we carrying on about when it comes to abortion. Okay. Remember, planet Earth knows how to be planet Earth. Planet Earth knows how to balance things and save itself too, Okay, so has anybody ever thought about why you miscarriage? Why you're unable to procreate? And so you rely on labs to do it for you? And a lot of people are determining through all of this mixture and formula that some things have been altered. And a lot of that, you think that you're putting your sperms and eggs into yourself, but you're putting sperms and eggs of other people that have nothing to do with you and your heredity. So we're going to have to think. And I'm not going to touch so much on abortion, because that is a hot ticket item, and there's something attached to that word abortion that causes people to act like they do. And there's some hidden codes. How about that? To that word. And you have to look at the big picture and understand why certain. So if you're mixing up the formula, you want to see the fruits of your labor, right? So you don't want anybody having that choice to do anything to their own bodies, because you know that you've mixed some type of formula up, and you want to see the fruits and labor of that, because you're paranoid. Number one, you're feeling replaced. And you want to know what the fruits of your labor are. So you're going to control how women, the carriers, that's what their uterus is for, to carry babies. You want to control that because you want to see the fruits of your labor. Okay, I've been, God damn it, I've been in this laboratory for blah, 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 mixing up these DNA and giving you the eye color you want, the skin color you want. I want to see the fruits of my labor. So that's why they want to interfere in the rights of women and how they reproduce. The formula is already mixed. They're just looking for a particular outcome. So that's why they place all this. That's failing, and they know that. That's why they're attempting to clone and artificial intelligence and bots all over this. It is a feverish attempt at self-preservation, because God, we're being replaced, and in the ignorance of not knowing who you are, what you are, and why you are. If you knew all of that, you would calm your motherfucking self down and say, "What the fuck?" Oh my goodness! And these are the self-proclaimed highly intelligent, which means not a goddamn thing. Human beings, that have Harvard's and Princeton degrees. They know chemistry. Okay. They want your DNA so they can, work on the formula. But there is a secret in our DNA, by the way, that can resolve a whole lot of things and bring back some logic and some reason and rational thinking. It's in our DNA, by the way, but they're focusing so much on paranoia, and ignorance. It's right before their eyes. There is a secret in our DNA. And the ones using it for nefarious purposes, I mean, that's going to cause and effect, of course, as well as those working on it to reverse things, to reverse events that occurred millions of years ago. Yeah. Was it millions? But yeah, millions. Because whether you want to accept it or not, the majority of the people now, we are considered the descendants of our future forefathers and foremothers. Because like I said, and let me get back to this again. Eliminating women's in discussion in books, but have the women disappeared? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So the answers are in the DNA, but people are looking at the nefarious purposes of DNA instead of looking for means to, evolve our the physical, giving us enough time to work on our consciousness. How about that? Think about that for a minute. To give us enough time. But, due to just like I said, pure ignorance and not knowing who you are, what you are, and not willing to challenge some of these so-called self-proclaimed philosophers and psychiatrists, whatever field these minds, these educational minds, not, some of them probably due to ignorance didn't realize that they were that there is a theory to everything. It starts out as abstract theory, and that you're supposed to build on it. They think that, okay, the pi formula is perfect. We don't need to touch that. Ain't nothing wrong with pi. We operate fantastically with the pi formula. So don't be questioning. It's an arrogance. That's what it is, and it's the ego. You don't want anybody questioning your work. I'm the scientist, and you're below me. Scientists always see people below them. They don't even see their people in their caliber as equal to them. All of them are ego based, and they want all of them want to be recognized. And when they don't get recognized, which most cases you don't, you're going to be ignored as a scientist. Unfortunately, you need to consider that. There's a reason for it, because you need to be focusing on that important formulas, the important messages and information in our DNAs, instead of looking for it for nefarious purposes. Try to build the perfect human. Via cloning them. Androids. We got our work cut out for us. But unfortunately, the descendants are. So that's why it's being stretched out so long for us to resolve it, and we may not have enough time on the planet. The planet may not allow all of that. The planet may say enough is enough and wipe all of us motherfuckers out. Okay. Other planets have done it. So you need to rethink about, what are you fighting for when you talk about abortion? Is it about rights, or is it about control? Is it about education? Is it about confusion? you know. So, because anytime, if your body is not capable of properly sustaining, a newborn, because what happens when you get sick? You throw up, or it comes out of number two or out of your ass. Okay, let's just, or your penis, or your mushrooms, or your vajayjay, or whatever they call that shit now. I don't know what the trending words are. That's what your body does when it's unregulated. There's a disturbance. It releases it. So, you decide on this entertainment purposes only video. Create a movie of it. Science fiction, something like that. These creative minds. It's the DNA. We're just not looking. The DNA has what we need right in plain sight, but we rather use things for nefarious purposes. We always see the nefarious purposes of it, like the atom, like I said before, the atom. We'd rather go and drop bombs on people to test it that way. That's how, oh God, that's what I'm saying. Is anybody paying attention? Experiments, that's all we do. And if it wipes out a complete country of people, so be it. That's how degenerate we've become. So it's like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get me something to snack on and contemplate. I may be back, tonight, and give us some more entertainment. Because right? Isn't that what it's all about? Entertainment? What? Oh, okay, yeah, I thought so. Peace and love.